Hey guys, so today I created this makeup look that I'm wearing and I absolutely love it. I stepped out of my comfort zone, I played with some color, I got a new palette for Christmas, so I wanted to create something colorful and step out of my comfort zone, and this is what it ended up being and I love it. And yes, I know my background's really boring. It's just like this blank wall right here, but Devin and I actually switched colleges, so we moved and we just got settled into our new apartment and I'm just getting my beauty room together. It's pretty much already together, except I'm so indecisive of what I want as my background because it's a plain wall, and I had like a desk where I could like decorate super cute. I don't know if I want to like hang pictures or lights or backdrop. I have no idea what I'm going to do with my background, so I'm just filming in front of a blank wall for now until I know what I want to do with it. But I think that's all I have to say. If you haven't already, please make sure to like this video, subscribe down below, and let's hop in right into this makeup look. Okay, so I'm starting out with one eye already done, just to save some time. My eyebrow's done, and then this eye is primed as well with some concealer. The first shade I'm going to take is from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. It's just like a transition shade. Taking this third shade right here, this like light orangey brown. And I'm going to be using my Morphe E40. It's just a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to run that all in the crease. It is like a halo eye shape, so I'm just going to take it from my outer corner of my eye all the way in my inner corner and follow that crease there. And it's not going to do much, but when we apply our second shade, it's just going to make it all blend a lot better. For the rest of the shades, I'm going to be using the Morphe. This is a 35B. It's like this super, really pretty, colorful palette. I actually just got this for Christmas, so I'm super excited to use it. And the first shade I'm going to be taking from this palette is this really light pink right here. It's just going to act pretty much as another transition shade just to ease it into that like electric pink. And I'm going to be taking this on the Morphe M441 and just same thing. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to take is this really like electric pink. It looks kind of purple on camera, but it's like the most electric pink ever. So I'm going to take this on the Morphe M513. Like, it just looks super intimidating, but it's such a pretty color. So I'm taking it on a more tapered brush. This one is not as fluffy as the one that we use for the lighter pink. And I'm going to tilt my head back once again, and I'm going to take this lower into the lower crease area. We are going to cut out the crease or put some concealer to do like a halo eye. So it's always better to start lower and then blend upwards rather than putting a color like this too high. Next, I'm going back in with my Morphe M441, the same brush that we used for that light pink, and I'm not adding anything else on it. I'm just going to blend out those edges. And I'm going to go back in with that electric pink one more time just to really intensify that color some more. Alright, so now that we have that nice and blended, I'm going to go in with this really pretty bright blue right here with the Morphe M506. This brush is super good for colors like this because it's like small but tapered, and it's kind of like in between a pencil brush and a blending brush. So I'm going to start by packing that blue on the outer part here. And I'm also going to take it, just like you would a halo eye, in here. Now that most of the color is off our brush, I'm just going to take it up into the crease here, just to start distributing the color all over. Now I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of that electric pink with the brush I use and just go over the edges. This blend isn't hard to get. It just takes some time of just sandwiching the colors, going back in with the pink and then the blue, just kind of back and forth. Now taking the light pink on the brush that I originally took it on, I'm just going to run that all along the outer edges, just because we added more of that electric pink, just to buff that back out. So that's good for now. We can always go back in and fix it after we add the glitter, but I'm just going to carve out where I want my glitter to go. So I'm just taking my wand of some concealer with this little Real Techniques. This is like a detailer brush, just super tiny. And I'm just going to carve that out. Just setting that with some translucent powder. So I'm going to take a little bit more of that blue and I'm just going to kind of tap it here on the edges just so those edges aren't so harsh. And that line doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of messed mine up, but that's the good thing with glitter is like you can make mistakes and it's okay because it just covers everything up. Now taking my Too Faced glitter glue, which is the same brush, I just wiped the concealer off. I'm just going to squeeze a little on the brush and then tap that all over where I put the concealer. And for the glitter, I'm using my NYX Face and Body Glitter Brilliance in the shade 90. I believe. This is like the holographic one. They have like a silver one, but this one's like the holographic one with all the different colors like reflex in it. It's really pretty. Alright, so I think that looks good for the shadow. Now I'm going to go in with some gel eyeliner. This is the Inglot Gel Eyeliner in the shade 77. This is like just their black liner. And I also got the Inglot, if I can find it. Also the brush I use is the Inglot 31T brush or 31T brush, and this is like their liner brush, and this is the only brush that I found that I really like to go with this eyeliner. Whew. Alright, well, that was a struggle. It's a little bit thicker than this side, but it's okay. I'm not even gonna mess with it. We're just gonna roll with it because I thought I was gonna have to take off my entire eyeshadow where my wing was, but I think I saved it. It's not too bad. Okay. Anyways, so for our lashes today, I'm going to be using these ones by Tarte. They are the Tartiest Pro cruelty-free lashes in the style Goddess. And this is what they look like. I already have one pair on. I've already worn these before. But they're so pretty because they are like kind of like piecey, but they're still wispy. I love lashes that are like piecey and just, yes. Alright, so since lashes are on, I'm going to prime my face with my Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. Maybe if I have enough left. Come on, come on, come on. I'm going to go on with the Maybelline Master Prime. This is the Blur and Smooth one. I do really like this one too. It's just, I don't know, doesn't compare to my Too Faced one. But since this is like a blurring primer, I'm just going to apply this like kind of throughout my T-zone, anywhere I want blurred. For foundation today, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline. For foundation, I'm using the Makeup Forever Stick Foundation. I have mine in the shade 123, which is the shade Y365 in the liquid color. And I'm just drawing this on. This foundation is so good. It's definitely so much more full coverage than the liquid one. I definitely have been loving this for like going out and stuff. And I always buff it out with my Morphe M439, which is this brush, obviously. For concealer, I'm using my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Light. This is pretty light, but I really have been liking my under eyes like super highlighted lately. So, and this is definitely my favorite concealer. It's so easy to blend out and it doesn't get cakey at all. Just applying those to all the usual places to highlight. So I'm applying this to all the places that I want to highlight, and then I go in and blend it out with my Beauty Blender. So before I set all of that down, I'm going to go in with this Fenty Beauty Cream Contour Stick in the shade Mocha. And I've only used this once and I think I really, really liked it. But we're going to try it again. So I'm using this to pretty much like cream bronze my face. Maybe a little down here. Why not? I'm going to try to buff it out with this crown brush. Doesn't have a name or anything on it, but I got it in my BoxyCharm. Seems like it'd be a good brush. I'm not really someone who loves like cream contours or anything, but I really like this Fenty one. It is so good and it's so easy to blend out. I think the shade is like perfect, so I really love this. And I'm going to dip my beauty blender in my Mercier translucent powder. I'm not going to bake, but I just like to take my beauty blender and like press it in the powder, and then I just stamp it under my eyes like this. And it really makes like the most smooth, flawless under eye. Also going to bring it down on my smile lines. Press the powder in because I tend to crease there a lot. For the rest of my face, I'm going to set it with my go-to, this Bare Minerals Bare Pro Powder Foundation. And as you can see, oh my gosh, if I can open it. I've used a lot of it. I need to go buy a new one. I have mine in the shade Golden Nude number 13, but this is so good because it just adds a little bit more coverage too. So I just take it on this fluffy Real Techniques brush and I just pretty much just pat it just lightly everywhere else, and it sets your face so good. I'm going to go back in with a powder bronzer just to go over that Fenty one, and I'm going to use a Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer with a MAC 135 brush and just lightly go over it just to add some more color. So moving on to highlighter, I'm going to take Ofra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive, my favorite of course. And I'm not going to use too much because we've got a lot going on the eyes. So I'm just taking a little bit on the cheeks here. I'm going to also bring it up around the brow bone, or around the eyebrow, not the brow bone. Now using this Morphe M213. Can you tell I got Morphe brushes for Christmas? I got the Jaclyn Hill Favorites Morphe collection, so got a lot of new brushes and they're all Morphe, so I apologize for all the Morphe, but it's my favorite brush. So I'm just applying this like a little dot on the tip of my nose. Apparently it's supposed to make your nose look slimmer when you like make it more detailed like this. I don't know, I normally just throw highlighter all over my nose, but I thought I would try to make my nose look slimmer. I don't know, looks the same to me, but okay. And I'm going to take it on my Cupid's bow as well. So I zoomed you guys in and we're going to finish up the lower lash line. So what do I want to do? I'm going to start by taking this like light pink that we first started with and just with the same brush that we've been using with that color. And I'm going to run this under the lower lash line. Oh man. Oh my gosh, I hate wearing contacts. Oh my gosh. Wearing contacts and getting eyeshadow in your eye is not fun. I go in with that electric pink and then the same brush, and then we're just going to kind of mimic what we did up top. I'm just going to use really the pointed tip of it just to kind of get as close to the lashes as I can with this color. But it's obviously not that smaller a brush, so it's obviously going to get down a little bit farther, which is kind of what I wanted, if that makes any sense at all. I'm going to take this little pencil brush. This is a Morphe M36, the one that, or E36, not M. This is the one that we use to buff out the edges of the glitter, and I'm going to take that blue that we used on it and I'm going to put that right in the lashes. So I'm just going to throw on some black eyeliner in my waterline. This is the Marc Jacobs eyeliner or highliner in the shade Blacker. This is my favorite black liner because it's so black and it lasts so long. I think the last thing that we have is lips, and then we are done. So actually no, brow gel. I always forget brow gel. I'm going to put it on right now. Where is it? I'm just going to put this on. This is a NYX brow mascara in the shade Brunette. Okay, I think I found a winner. This is the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream in the shade Adorable. So this is like a nude, but it's more of like a pinky nude, so I think it'll look good with the eyes, but it won't be too much. I'm going to take a little bit of this NYX lip gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie, and I'm going to pop this on the center of my lips. I do really like this lip combo with it, at least the best out of everything that I have. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please make sure to like this video and subscribe down below. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.